So with the S&P 500 currently sitting at all-time highs and many stocks such as Tesla, Apple and Microsoft also sitting around their all-time highs, a lot of people are saying that we're in a bubble and it's going to pop any day now. Take a look at Rivian, for example, an electric vehicle company that just went public on the stock market, and that already has just under 100 billion of a market cap. And keep in mind that Rivian have not even sold one car yet. And that just shows the kind of hype that we're in around the EV market right now. The fact that a company that hasn't even sold one car has already a 100 billion market cap and overtaken a lot of legacy automakers. Now sure, Rivian could do very well, but for me it's just too early to invest in that company right now at this kind of valuation. On the other hand, a lot of plays that did well a couple of months ago, such as Zoom and Teladoc, have started to go down quite a bit, and potentially they could be good value right now. But in general, we are talking about a stock market crash, and if one is coming, because people always seem to be talking about an impending stock market crash. In my investing experience, you'll always see people calling for a market crash no matter what the market is currently doing. These people could be going on about it for months or even years, and eventually there will be pullbacks in the market, eventually there will be corrections and potentially market crashes, and then the people who've been saying all this time that there's going to be a market crash look like absolute geniuses because they've been calling it for years. But is that really an achievement, just constantly saying that a stock market crash is coming? Obviously you're bound to be right at some stage. But what has happened from the time that you started calling for a market crash to when it actually does come? Maybe the stocks have ran up 100% in that time, and then the market crash only brings them down by 20 or 30%, for example. So you've actually ended up missing out on quite a bit that you could have taken advantage of. A lot of people think that at prices like this, it's just too expensive to get started into stocks right now or to invest more money into stocks. They'd rather just wait and see if this market crash comes and leave some cash on the sidelines. Now, I'm by no means saying that is a bad idea. Obviously, everybody has their own way of investing. But for me, it's absolutely not worth it to just think, oh my god, a stock market crash could come in the next couple of months here and I want to be prepared. I want to make sure I have loads of cash on the sideline, because it may never come around. And if you have a load of cash on the sideline with inflation estimated to be around 6% this year, you're basically just losing buying power by sitting there, where if it was invested into the stock market, your money could be working for you. And then if a stock market crash did end up coming maybe 12 or 18 months down the line, there's a chance that your money could be worth more than if you just left it on the sideline, letting inflation eat away at it. For me, what I do to combat this, and for me to essentially never worry about market crashes, is to just continuously dollar cost average into the market every single month. For example, let's just say you're investing into the market every single month, it's going around all-time highs, and then it suddenly drops. You just continue to invest every single month, and you'll buy it on the way down, you'll buy it on the way up, and then overall you'll end up with a good average price. Now, another thing for me is that hopefully I still have a good bit of time left for my investments to go to work. So if the stock market did crash, let's say tomorrow by 50% even, I wouldn't be too worried, because I would see it as an opportunity for me to buy some more and continually dollar cost average in and build up my positions, because in 3 or 5 years or even 10 years time, I would be confident that the stock market would be back and higher than it ever was. So just to add to that dollar cost averaging, so as I said, that's what I do every single month. I buy into my stocks and my cryptocurrency, and then whenever there's a bit of a pullback and I have some cash on the sidelines, I normally take advantage of that. So let's say, for example, Tesla, which can be quite volatile, drops maybe 10 or 15% during a certain week, and I've already dollar cost averaged in for that month, but I had some spare cash on the sidelines, I would most likely take advantage of that dip. And the key thing for me when I'm adding more money to the stock market is, do I think that this stock will be worth more in 3 or 5 years time than it is for now? And even if it's only by a small amount, at least you're still making money there. Basically what I'm trying to hint at is a lot of people sit out on the sidelines because they think a stock market crash is impending and constantly impending, and it's coming, but then when it actually does come, most people don't even bother investing in the stock market at that stage because they think it has further to fall. Whereas if you are invested in the stock market prior to this crash, you'll be able to take advantage of that dip and be happy that you're able to get stocks at a lower buy price than you did initially. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice, so make sure you do all your own research when it comes to this. I'm just sharing my opinions on what I do to so-called prepare for a market crash. So if you are one of those people who are really worrying about the market crash but are kind of sharing my opinions, that you don't just want to sit on the sidelines, it could be an idea of, if you previously invested $500 a month, maybe you can invest $300 a month and put $200 on the sidelines, just in case you do experience some dips, or if this crash does eventually come, you'd have some money that you can put to use that way. But I'd love to know your thoughts on what you do to prepare for a stock market crash. Do you think one is on the horizon in the next couple of months? And if so, I'd love to hear why. That's going to do for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate you taking 1 second to drop a like on this video. And if you're new around here, it would be great if you could subscribe to the channel as well. We're aiming for 5,000 subscribers, or as close as we can get to it, by the end of this year. So only about 4 weeks to go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.